Nobody is holding you back. Not your past, not your situation, not even bad luck. The uncomfortable truth is this. You are repeating a life that hurts less than change, but also never improves. And the worst part? You don't even realize you're choosing it. Because there is one invisible pattern almost everyone falls into. A loop so subtle, it feels like personality. But it's actually the reason your life keeps resetting to the same point every year. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Think about this. You wake up, check your phone, scroll for a bit. You tell yourself, today I'll fix things. Maybe you'll start working out. Maybe you'll focus. Maybe you'll finally change something. But by the end of the day, same habits, same distractions, same excuses. And then comes the quiet thought. Why does my life feel like it's on repeat? Here's the part nobody tells you. Your life doesn't change when you decide to change it. It changes when you stop returning to what feels emotionally familiar. Your brain doesn't care about progress. It cares about predictability. Even pain becomes comfortable if it's familiar enough. That's why people stay in toxic situations. Delay goals they actually care about. Keep restarting instead of progressing. And call it being stuck. But you're not stuck. You're looping. And every loop has a trigger. You feel motivated. You plan change. Reality hits. Discomfort shows up. Your brain panics. You return to what's familiar. Scrolling. Avoiding. Overthinking. Distractions. Old habits. And your brain says, finally, we're safe again. That safety is the trap. Here's the brutal part. You don't repeat your life because you lack knowledge. You repeat it because your identity is addicted to your current level of struggle. If you remove the struggle, you feel unfamiliar with yourself. So you unconsciously rebuild it. That's why progress feels uncomfortable, and failure feels normal. At some point, you realize something disturbing. You've had the same goals for years, but different versions of the same excuses. And that's when the real question appears. Not, why am I stuck? But, what part of me benefits from staying here? Because there is always a benefit. Avoiding fear. Avoiding risk. Avoiding judgment. Avoiding failure. Avoiding identity change. You don't break the loop by trying harder. You break it by doing something your identity doesn't agree with. Small, uncomfortable consistency. Not intensity. Because intensity is temporary. But identity change is built through repetition. Your brain only updates its self-image when you act differently, long enough that denial becomes impossible. So if your life feels stuck, it's not because you're broken. It's because your brain is loyal to familiarity more than growth. And the hardest truth is this. You don't need a new plan. You need to stop returning to the old version of yourself every time discomfort shows up. Because that version is exactly what's keeping your life the same. Subscribe the TexturaMind.